The spring regular season wrapped up with county championships on high school sports scene. Hi and welcome to this edition of High School Sports Scene. I'm Capri Gaines. County championships were up for grabs on the lacrosse field.
At this year's Girls County Lacrosse Championship, the Hereford Bulls were looking to get some revenge on an earlier loss this season against the Catonsville Comets. Within the first 3 minutes of the game, Hereford got on the board first with an assist from Caroline May to Sarah Ashwood with the score. But the Comets came right back with an assist from Deb Milani to Brooke Stevens with the score.
Goal! A very good goal.
Both teams went back and forth with goals from Hereford's Lacey Agazarian, who weaves through 4 defenders with the score. Then Jen Nunn from Catonsville also weaves through 4 defenders with her score, putting the Comets up 4-3. Within a 6-minute span, the Bulls came charging back with 4 consecutive goals. 2 from Lacey Agazarian, who had 3 goals in the first half, making the score 7-4. Then the Comets regrouped and went on a run of their own with a goal by Brooke Stevens and Jen Nunn, knotting the score at 7 at the half. In the second half, both teams came out of the gate fast again with a quick score by Catonsville's Rachel Sachs and another by Lacey Agazarian, who was at it again. Hereford was patient and was able to go up 2 goals when Marissa Cole fed Caroline May for the easy score. But the Comets didn't blink an eye with a goal from Deb Milani. Then, late in the game, the Comets were down 1 goal, but were able to capitalize on an errant throw. They worked the ball down the middle with good passes. Then, Brooke Stevens finds Deb Milani, who shoots and scores, knotting the game up at 11 apiece. Both goalies played an excellent game, with some great saves to send the game into double overtime. Then, in the final overtime, Catonsville had a chance to win with a shot taken by Deb Milani, who had 4 goals, but was denied by Abbott, which created a long rebound, and Hereford was able to regroup and score on the play by Lacey Agazarian, who had 6 goals on the day. What an outstanding game between the Comets and the Bulls. The Bulls came out on top this time and became Baltimore County Lacrosse champs of 2013.
The County Boys Lacrosse Championship featured a rematch of last year's opponents, as Dulaney's Lions faced off against the Bulls of Hereford. The Lions were successful at the outset, keeping the Bulls' offense in check. But just over 7 minutes into the game, Hereford finally broke through as Jason Ashwood found Jack Adams and Adams found the net. 8 seconds later, Andrew Fisher bounced a shot past Lion goalie Burke McManus to put the Bulls up 2-0. Hereford needed less than a minute to rack up another score, with junior Adam Sarabelli getting the credit. The Bulls added a 4th goal with just under 3 minutes left in the opening quarter, Jack Adams notching his 2nd of the game. Dulaney finally got on the board with 1:22 to go in the first. Rob Mathey finds Carter Cameron cutting in from the side, Bulls up 4-1 at the end of the first. 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, Adam Sarabelli fires a shot from 14 yards out for his 2nd goal of the game. Just over midway through the quarter, following a save, Bulls goalie Connor Cunningham finds A.J. Andres streaking upfield, and Andres connects with Ryan Jones for the goal. 2 minutes later, Jack Adams picked up his third goal of the game to make it 7-1 Bulls at the half. Hereford stretched their lead to 10-1 early in the fourth quarter, on the way to an 11-5 win and their 5th consecutive county championship.
The county track and field championships were held at Sparrows Point High School. Here are the results. Now it's time to meet this month's outstanding student athletes. First, David Birkenthal introduces our outstanding male student athlete.
Rob Mathey is a senior on the Dulaney High School varsity lacrosse team. He's a big part of the Lions' attack.
A lot of people, when they're getting scouted, they want to go to the goal every time. They want to be the scorer because I think that's what coaches look for. But in my case, I really like it when other people get the glory and maybe I get the assist, but our team's still doing well.
He has an incredible vision with the ball, and he can really just take in what's going on in the situation, really know what's going on. He knows exactly what to do. His field IQ is incredible, and he has a great feel for the ball and what to do in any situation.
Rob has made great strides since his freshman year.
I came into high school about like 5'1", 5'2", maybe 105, 110 pounds, and I've really bulked up, and I think that's helped me a lot on the field because I don't get pushed around as easily.
He's always kind of had great skill, and I think physically he's really developed into a very capable and you know, very great high school athlete. You know, he's worked very hard in the weight room. He's very focused in everything that he does.
This year, as a senior, Rob knows his teammates are looking to him.
This year, all the younger guys are definitely going to be looking up to me. I've been there. I've played in the state semifinal. I've led the team. I know when I came in, I was kind of a little bit nervous. I didn't really know how I was going to develop as a player, and I think if I can teach them some things, maybe like help build their confidence, they're going to really shine.
He's really made guys around him better. Me, offensively, with man up and everything, offense, he's just a great person to lead the team going into the season.
He's really starting to develop some leadership skills to, you know, encourage others and kind of demand from his teammates that they rise to his level.
Teammates see the work that Rob has put in, and it motivates them.
Every single workout he's at, he is there to get better. He's not there just to slack off and just do what he has to do. He's not there to do what's expected. He overachieves that. He does what's unexpected and really stands out, not just to stand out, but just to make himself better and to push the other guys around him.
We've had a lot of conversations about Robbie, and you know, we've got some pretty high expectations for him. We really believe that he could be a great player for us, not only what he provides individually, but what he's going to encourage his team to do, and you know, the impact that he's going to have on us as a team.
With a 3.97 GPA in AP classes, Rob has succeeded in the classroom as well as on the field.
I like school. I like studying. I mean, not the busy work of it, but I definitely like learning. And I think being a student athlete has the perks of both things. You both get to play sports, you get to run around and release all that energy. And then once you're done, you don't really have anything else to do, so you can focus on studying. And I think that they balance each other very well.
Even as he moves on to college, the lessons learned through sports will remain with Rob.
Through playing sports, I've really learned how far I can push myself, especially in the preseason workouts. We've been really stressing finding that kind of breaking point and trying to get past it. And I think I've learned that I can push myself a lot harder than I think at times.
We wish Robbie and the rest of his teammates the best of luck for this season. For High School Sports Scene, I'm David Bergenthal.
Next, Janie Brown brings us the story on our outstanding female student athlete.
Isabel Griffith is a junior at Dulaney High School. Up until high school, she was involved in a wide variety of sports, but once she entered her freshman year, she got involved with running.
I had never run before in my entire life. I did the soccer, basketball, lacrosse whole deal up until high school, and so it was very different, but after that first season, I was kind of hooked on it.
It took her some time to get acclimated to the higher level competitiveness of the sport, but once she adapted to it, she just really blossomed, even though she didn't really have a lot of experience before her 9th grade year.
Even without any previous experience in running, Isabel managed to hold her own on the varsity team.
I think it was the whole entire outdoor season of my freshman year, so that was like 2011. And ever since then, going into cross country my sophomore year and every other season, I felt that I just can keep getting better, and I'm not satisfied with myself not getting better.
I knew almost immediately the first time she came to our practice that she had elite potential. As a distance runner, you need tremendous aerobic capacity, and she had that almost the first day of practice. Most people, it takes, a couple of months to build that up, and she had it right away.
Isabel helps to encourage her team, not only verbally, but by example.
She does a good job leading us through her work ethic, I think, because she's out there on the track doing her workouts when we're there, and she's doing so many more 800s or so many more 400s than us.
All of my captains have always been seniors, and they've always been like the top on the team. But now that I'm a junior, I just kind of, I try to encourage people. I mean, I'm hopefully what they look up to, what my team, what the younger kids can see and can kind of translate into their own racing and their own running.
Isabel excels not only on the track, but in the classroom as well.
She definitely puts in a lot of work to try and get the grades that she has. First quarter, we both started off kind of shaky in US because it was her first AP history class, but she put in a lot of work to figure out what she needed to do to study, and she spends so much extra time learning the material so she understands it when we talk about it in class.
She takes those studying habits and applies them to her own athleticism.
She's a student of her events. She studies them. She studies herself. She's her own worst critic. She doesn't do it in a negative way. She's not down on herself, but she identifies her weaknesses and fixes them.
Although she started out as a freshman with little experience, Isabel has grown into a force to be reckoned with on the team, and she's gained many lessons from her time running at Dulaney.
I think that people can look at me and hopefully say that if you work hard and if you overcome certain challenges, that you can reach this point, and it's kind of cliche, but anything's possible. I mean, that's what I've learned from this entire experience.
We wish Isabel and the track team the best of luck for the remainder of their season. For High School Sports Scene, this is Janie Brown.
Congratulations to Rob and Isabel. To honor their accomplishments, each will receive an award provided by Allogram Incorporated. Randy Dace is next with Coach's Corner. For High School Sports Scene, I'm Capri Gaines. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Randy Dace and welcome to Coach's Corner. My guests today are Marilyn Bevans, the track coach at Perry Hall High School, and one of her top distance runners, Vince Ciattei. Welcome to high school sports scene. And first of all, I want to congratulate Vince on you just ran in the counties in the outdoor track, and you had one fantastic day. Yeah. You want to share with us? You came away with, I guess we call them 3 gold medals. Can you share those distance that you ran?
Well, I ran the 1600, 3200, and 800. I was able to pull off victories in all 3. It was a span of about 3.5 to 4 hours, so it was pretty tough, especially recovering for that last event, the 800. And I think it's just last year I won the 16 and 32, but I didn't really run the 800 because I didn't think I'd have that level of strength to recover. So this year, I've just improved every year under Coach Bevans, and this year I was able to pull off all 3, which was really cool.
Can you tell our viewers what those meters equal to in terms of miles?
Well, 1600 is the mile, 3200 is the 2 mile, and 800 is the half mile.
All ran within a span of 2, 3, 4 hours, which I think is amazing. Coach, coming in, did you believe he could pull off such a task?
For this year?
Yes.
Yes.
And why?
Vince has developed over the years. He's gotten stronger and stronger and matured. He's able to take on more work, and his ability to withstand pain is just, I've never seen his level of high threshold of pain. And because of all those things, I felt he could do it.
Now, when we talk about pain, what type of pain is it, Vince?
Well,
mental, physical?
I think it's a little of both. I think, especially like coming back between events, like, one event you have that initial adrenaline of the meet going, but when you have that like lactic acid building up in your legs, like in the next event, like that's obviously the physical pain, but also like mentally, like when you think about other guys that might not be doing 3 races or they might be fresher for something, you really have to concentrate on saying, trust your training, I can do this, and kind of get over that maybe mental drag of I've already run 2 events, can I do this 3rd event? Or even with just one fast-paced mile, when you get to that 3rd lap, it's like, we've already run 2 laps really fast, and we still got 2 more to go. Like, how am I going to keep going? Mm-hmm. So it's sort of, learning with race experience how to just ignore stuff like that and really concentrate on the race.
Now, Coach, tell us a little about your experience. I know you've been an educator for 31 years and then retired, but you get to now coach cross country and outdoor track at Perry Hall. Tell us a little about your background.
Well, I was a teacher, middle school, junior high for 31 years, 18 in Baltimore City, 13 in Baltimore County. My background in running, I was a distance runner myself. I've competed in many marathons, placed 2nd in women's Boston Marathon in 1977. So I've been around for a while. And I've always enjoyed running, and I've always enjoyed developing young people and becoming a coach. So that's one of my greatest honors, maybe more than being a teacher, being a coach.
What makes a runner like Vince so great? Is he born this way, or is it development? What's the secret to his success?
You have to have talent to go to the higher level, but you also must have the willpower and ability to go out there and train and have the discipline. That really comes unique to cross-country runners in particular. And Vince has done cross-country to outdoor track for the last 3 years. He did cross-country and outdoor this his 1st year. But he's just very strong, and he listens well. He's very coachable, and you need this too. You can't have a kid going out there and doing 100 miles when you only ask for a certain amount. You can overdo it. So he listens well and works very hard.
Now, I looked at Vince and I said, you're pretty tall. How come you're not playing basketball? And let's go back to middle school. I mean, when it comes into running, people sort of only start usually in high school. Were you a basketball player in middle school?
Yeah, I mean, basketball was my thing. I was always competitive, like at a real, drive, I guess. And I initially would apply that to like the ball sports, and basketball was the main one that I had some success at, and I was able to make the JV team as a freshman. But when I kind of realized that my skill set of having the legs to run and not being as upper body strong as some of the other basketball guys, I kind of realized that that would work well in a running setting. And I think just having some success on just talent, like, made me realize that if I added a lot of hard work to that, you know, I would work hard at basketball, but I think my hard work paid off better in running because I had the skill set there to become a good runner, but it took, you know, a lot of training to actually get to the highest level like that.
So you've been running cross country, you've been running indoor track and outdoor track.
Yes, sir.
Coach, you ever worry about burnout with running 3 seasons, or do you think each season they have a new excitement or energy to the season?
You're absolutely right. I do worry about burnout. I do worry about overtraining and getting injured. Even mentally, you can go cold, you can go stale. So I always believe take a week off between cross country and indoor. Take a week off between indoor and outdoor, and then the summer I tell my kids take about 2 weeks and don't think of, just go to the mall, just relax. And then we'll start our training because I send them all home with a homework schedule of the training for the summer. But that is very important. The young man is not only an athlete, he's a student, he's an individual, needs to have a life. You must incorporate them all in order to be successful. When you make it one-sided, it's not going to come out to help you out in the long run.
And you mentioned student. He's the perfect example of a student athlete. And I want to congratulate you. You were named as a National Merit Scholarship winner. And in Baltimore County, there are only 5 students throughout Baltimore County. You were one of them. And that's just an outstanding feat, I think, as an athlete. And we want student athletes, don't we, Coach?
Yes.
Student athletes are winners.
Student athletes are winners, particularly in cross country and track. You get a lot of them.
Yes. Now let's look at the 3 seasons. Are you partial to one season, or do you take each one at a time and enjoy each season?
Well, I mean, I think you definitely have to take each one at a time because, I mean, you know, people that don't really know like track and field may say, oh, you know, he's just a runner, like how different can they be? But even the difference between indoor and outdoor track, the indoor track is 200 meters, outdoor track is 400, and although that may seem trivial, like with an indoor track that has a lot of turns like that because it's shorter, for someone like me with long legs, like making all those turns, I have to be careful, you know, with running a lot of 2 miles or longer races because that really can strain you if you do a lot of that. So I think, I mean, there's definitely different philosophies too. Cross country is really like a team sport, and like although I've had some individual successes, like our team has improved every year. We placed 3rd at, the boys team placed 3rd at counties and regionals this year, which is our highest placement in like a couple of years, I think. And I mean, that was really cool to see not only me develop, but you know, Jose and Bart and Jai and all the seniors that like our class really developed. So cross country is definitely unique in that way. And then indoor track is kind of just getting back to the track feel of things so that when outdoor comes, you're really ready to run faster times. And your endurance from cross country just kind of carries through, but indoor prepares you for the speed of outdoors. So I think they're certainly unique.
Now, Coach, I know you're very proud of Vince back in the fall with cross country. You want to tell us about his success with cross country this season?
Well, we were very happy. He won. First of all, he did well in some of the what are called invitationals, and those are meets that just incorporate more schools than just Baltimore County, different teams from outside the different counties in Maryland and even outside of Maryland. So he went up to one in Gunpowder, and there he won the race and set a course record. Then he went up to New York and got, I believe, 6th place and ran really well. Came back down, county championships, he won the race and set the county championship record for county championships. Then he won the region meet. Then he placed 3rd at the state meet. It was just a great year. It really was a great year for him.
And I also heard he was at the Penn Relays too, Coach.
Penn Relays, that is such a very unique track meet. It incorporates over 100 high schools plus colleges and athletes from not only the United States, but a lot of Caribbean countries. I've seen one time they had a 4x1 mile team from Ireland. And it's a wonderful thing when the Baltimore County allows these athletes to go up and compete with high schools, because we'll just compete against the high schools from different places. And Vince had a higher honor because to get in an individual that you have to qualify, and believe you me, those standards are tough. And Vince qualified. So that was an honor to Baltimore County and to Perry Hall High School to have this young man qualify for such an event and then run well.
So hard work does breed success, huh, Coach?
Intelligent hard work.
That's true. And so we have coming up now, May 18th is the regionals. And then from there you have the states the following weekend. And Coach, what's your prediction on Vince?
He's going to go to the region meet, and hopefully he's going to win all those events again. But he has to be smart, because now it's not Baltimore County anymore, it's 4A North. A lot of the teams from Montgomery County has good distance runners too. So we had to take all that consideration. He's not going to really try to go out there and blaze any real fast times. It's going to be very smart as far as how he runs, just to win and get through. And then at states, he's probably #1 runner, but again, there's always somebody else coming up. And we can't get settled. We can't be too fixed on what I think I can do. We have to run smart and know that there are other people wanting to run smart and beat them too.
Vince, where will we see you next year?
At Virginia Tech.
And what are you going to major in down there?
I'm currently in general engineering, and probably will switch to mechanical once I get the general credits. So I have a 50% athletic scholarship there as well, and I think it's going to be a great fit for me, because there's really a good balance there of the academics and athletics that I've tried to kind of achieve in high school, and their engineering school is, you know, a really good one. I've had relatives who have been engineers there and had a lot of success, and the track team, I mean, they're already at a high level, and my recruiting class, like my fellow recruits, even this outdoor season, have been running some phenomenal times. At Penn Relays, I placed 4th, and my future teammate placed 3rd. So we had 2 guys in one of the deepest distance races in the country, and we're both going to Virginia Tech, which is, I mean, that's going to be really cool to experience next year, even with just the freshman class that I'll be a part of. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, Vince, congratulations on a great career. We'll have your fingers crossed for you come regionals and states. And Coach, congratulations on developing Vince and also developing that Perry Hall program that has a great tradition in track, cross country, and indoor track at Perry Hall. It's always very well known. So good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
For High School Sports Scene, I'm Randy Dace. Thanks for watching. See you next time.